I promise you, the time you spend watching this video will be worth it. But let's be honest for a second. How long have you been training every day? 1 month? 6 months? Maybe even a year? How many drills have you done? How many shots have you taken? How much sweat have you poured out? But, how much have you actually improved? Be honest with yourself. Do you feel like you're stuck in the same place? Do you feel like screaming because no matter how hard you try, you're still at the same level? Do you know why? Because there's a secret that no coach will ever tell you on the training ground. A secret that Cristiano Ronaldo figured out when he was 18, and Messi knew from the very beginning. I'm going to share that secret with you right now. But if you really want to understand it, you need to stay with me until the end of this video. Because we're about to break down your old beliefs, one by one. Alright, my friend. If you're here, it means you're hungry for progress. You want to go from being an average player to someone who shines on the field. We're going to look at football from a different angle. Today, we're going to talk about something I call football lifestyle and football personality. But not in the cliched way you've heard before. I want to prove to you that if you don't get these two things right, no matter how hard you train, your body will work against you. So if you want the answer to the question that's in your mind right now, watch this video not just for fun, but to learn. Let's start with something that 90% of footballers don't take seriously. What time of day do you think is the most important training time for a footballer? Not in the morning, not in the afternoon, at night. When you close your eyes. Did you know that your growth hormone is only released during deep sleep? If you sleep at 2 a.m. and wake up at 10 a.m. your body acts like it's been through a war. But if you sleep from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. it's like telling your cells, time to repair. Now here's another question for you. Why do some players have more energy with 4 hours of sleep than you do with 8? The answer is, quality matters more than quantity. I want to give you a challenge. Tonight, leave your phone in another room an hour before you sleep. Sleep in complete darkness. Tomorrow morning, tell me how you feel. But before that, let me ask you another question. If your sleep is disturbed, how can you expect your brain to process new tactics on the field? Let's move on to the second point. You've probably heard it 100 times, don't eat fast food or drink more water. But let's be real. Here's the question. Why can some professional players sometimes eat pizza and still perform, while you have one sandwich and feel like a pancake on the field? Because it's not just about what you eat, but when and why. Think of your body like a Formula 1 car. If you put low-grade fuel in it, it might start, but it'll break down on the track. If you give it high-quality fuel, then the engine really shows what it can do. This is a crucial question. The last time you drank water, were you thirsty or did you drink out of habit? A footballer's body is like a desert during training. If you drink before you feel thirsty, your performance can increase by up to 30%. But let's look at it from another angle. If I told you that by cutting out sweets, your focus on the field would double, would you do it? Not forever, just for 1 month. Will you take that challenge, or will you keep looking for a magic secret that doesn't exist? Now let's get to the point that most people run away from. Why do you think Cristiano Ronaldo, at his age, is still at the top of his game? Why does a technically talented player sometimes never become a superstar? Because there's something called football personality. And here's an important question to ask yourself. Are you the kind of person who gets upset when a coach points out your mistake, or do you get hungry to learn? When you make a mistake on the field, do you wish the ground would swallow you up, or do you want the ball again so you can fix it? Football personality means, when everyone else is laughing and going out, you're analyzing your own game footage. It means when it's raining, you're on the field because you know the weather won't choose for you on match day. But here's an even more challenging question. Does your personality have an addiction to improvement, or do you just like saying, I'm a footballer? We've covered 3 main pillars. But let's go one step further. A few small secrets that might seem simple, but they can lift a player's mindset from ground level to the sky. Tell me, when was the last time you watched the sunrise? Seriously. Studies show that players who wake up early and see sunlight have a steadier heartbeat and less stress. Or did you know why I told you to record your games? Because if you don't see yourself, you won't truly believe how simple some of your mistakes really are. But most importantly, stress management. Let me ask you something only you know the answer to. How do you feel before a big game? Do your hands and feet go cold? Do you feel like running away? Before a Champions League final, Ronaldo used to meditate. Not because it's something special, but because a calm mind is the only thing that can make the difference between scoring and falling apart in crucial moments. So now you know why, no matter how hard you've tried, you haven't seen the results you wanted. Maybe your sleep is off, maybe your fuel is wrong, or maybe you haven't built that football personality yet. But the good news is, today is your turning point. From today, your training isn't just physical, it's mental, it's lifestyle. If this video was helpful for you, I'm not asking you to just say, thanks. Do something simple, hit like. Why like? Because it tells the algorithm you want more content like this, and it lets me create deeper content for you. Want to know how to turn this lifestyle into pure brilliance on the field? Then make sure to watch the next video, where we'll dive deep into the training. By the way, if you're struggling with your training or don't know how to set up a program for yourself, write to me in the comments. Because this isn't just a channel, it's a family of footballers who want to become the best version of themselves. Always remember, being a champion means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Thank you for staying with me until now. Let's go, another champion is about to be born. See you in the next video.